We are here with head coach Jackie Joseph of the softball program. After 3 wins this weekend against Indiana, what were the different ways that you saw your team win?
Well, I thought that, we, in the past anyway, had won different style of games, and I was hoping that that would carry over to conference play. But I think with Indiana on the weekend, you saw it really in person here. We won a slugfest, the 10-7 game, where we needed multiple pitchers, and we just kept out hitting, even though we weren't playing that great. We won a close game, 2-1, and then we won a game we were in command of from start to finish, the 5-0 game on Friday. So it's nice to give the players an opportunity to see that they can win in different ways. It doesn't always have to be a pitcher duel. It doesn't always have to be, but they can win a game in a different style.
All right, and then Jamie O'Brien had a great performance over the weekend. What about those home runs she was hitting?
Well, I think that if you're going to have a successful season, your older kids have got to show up when it matters. And Jamie is a player who, a senior, been through a lot in our program, and knew she needed to have a good weekend, and did. And I couldn't be happier for her. I mean, she just really had a great weekend, and well deserved.
Kelly Smith this weekend entered the record books for single-season strikeouts. She's now an 8th. So how do you feel like that really affects her performance and the strikeouts that she does bring to the table every game?
Well, the great thing about Kelly is she's got such great poise and calm in the heat of the battle. She's mature. She's a seasoned pitcher, and she can take over a game. And I know she's got her sights set on some individual goals, which I think is great. But she's a real team kid too, and in her short time here, has made an impact in our program. I'm thrilled about it, and really looking forward to her achieving her goals.
Luna, yesterday, the final play of the game, just the error that happened, and can you talk a little bit about
Well, I thought Luna was really dialed in general. I mean, she's a kid that's had a slow start, in my opinion, offensively, but we've put a lot of pressure on her as a freshman. She's, to play shortstop is difficult, and we really had focused mostly on her defense. But we thought that she could give a lot more offensively the whole time. She's really starting to get it figured out now, and for her to come up big twice, I thought was a great confidence builder for her. I mean, it was going to be a tough play. She hit it really hard, and I thought it was a makeable play for Indiana, but it was a tough play too. So you got to give the kid credit. She get in there and hit it hard and made it happen for herself, and we took advantage of it.
How's the team morale after the series been?
I think we're real high. I thought we were, real, up about it or whatever. I think we have to guard against that a little bit. I mean, you really do have to take it one game at a time, one pitch at a time, then one day at a time, one game at a time kind of thing. But I told them, it was Easter Sunday, and we had a lot of families in town, which is great. Enjoy it, celebrate it. Today we got to get back at it. April's going to be a real tough month for us. It's going to be a grind. And we have to move on. Win or lose, the game doesn't know, and we got to move on. So I feel pretty good about it. I feel good that they're going to be able to be mature enough to understand that, good job, let's go, move on.
We have some midweek home games coming up for the next few weeks. What's the difference in that for the team than a weekend series?
I think midweek games are extremely difficult because our team is so academic. I mean, it's one thing if you really don't care about school, but our kids really care about school. It's stressful for them. It's not easy. Even if you're at home, it's still a long day of school. You don't get to prepare the same. You're coming right from class to go to BP. It's difficult, but it's what we do. It's a grind. We have to deal with it.
Tomorrow you're facing Penn State in a doubleheader from the reschedule from a couple weeks ago. So what will you need to improve today in a little bit of practice for tomorrow?
Well, I think today it's just going to be staying loose, staying in rhythm, if you will. There's a real rhythm, if you will, of hitting. You got to kind of stay in that rhythm. You can't really take a lot of time off with your swing. You got to even if it's a few minutes and a few, a couple hundred balls, you got to still hit every day, whenever you can. And, Penn State is a quality team, and they'll be ready to go. We've got to be at our best in order to play them.
All right. And what does Penn State bring to the table?
Well, they match up a little differently than Indiana. They steal a lot of bases, and they probably go a little deeper in their lineup. I think that we match up well on the mound. I think we match up as good on defense. I think the difference maker will just be who can get the big 2-out hits when they need them. The other neutralizing factor is going to be the weather. It's supposed to be unseasonably cold tomorrow. A normal temperature in the 50s right now, and it's going to be not that. So that's going to be an interesting X factor. I'm hopeful our kids can handle the elements and get done what we need to get done.